Use the quadratic formula to solve the equation 3x squared minus 14x plus 1 equals 0. So the quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure that our quadratic equation is in the standard form. That is, some number times x squared plus some number times x plus some number equal 0. Well, it is. We have 3x squared minus 14x plus 1 equal 0. So then we assign values to the constants a, b, and c. So a is the coefficient of the square term, so a is 3. B is the coefficient of the x term, so b is negative 14. And c is the number that stands by itself, so c is 1. So I'll substitute those numbers into the formula. So minus b, it'll be minus, b is a negative 14, plus or minus the square root of b squared. So b is negative 14 squared minus 4, replacing a with 3 and c with 1. All over 2 times a. So minus a negative 14, that's going to be a positive 14, plus or minus. Now, I would suggest you do the contents of that radical all in one line on your calculator. I would do the negative 14 and then use your square button, and minus 4 times 3 times 1. And they get 184. All over 6. Now we have to simplify that radical. We want to find the largest perfect square that will divide into that radical without a remainder. Well, 4 goes in to 184 46 times. Then we'll use the product rule for radicals, where you have the square root of a product. We can write it as separate square root factors. So square root of 4 times the square root of 46, all over 6. Well, I know the square root of 4 is just 2. All over 6. Now, notice that 2 will divide evenly into both terms of the numerator and into the denominator. So we're going to do that. I'm going to divide each term of the numerator by 2. And I'm going to divide the denominator by 2. So this 2 goes into each term of the numerator, and it goes into the denominator. So when I simplify that, I have 7 plus or minus, 2 over 2 cancels, square root of 46 over 3. Now, my math lab is going to want you to write that as 2 separate answers. So x equals 7 minus the square root of 46 over 3, comma, 7 plus the square root of 46 over 3.